And welcome back to Atreyu News. Breaking: France has just killed over 20. According to reports, France has just killed at least 20 militants hiding in forests near West African borders of Mali and Burkina Faso. Mobile.Reuters.com reported France has killed more than 20 militants hiding in a forest near the border between West Africa countries of Mali and Burkina this weekend, its regional force said in a statement. The operation involved both air and ground strikes, the statement said. It did not identify the militant group. They didn't identify the militant group, but I'll give you two guesses, but I'm sure you're only going to need one. I look forward to seeing more news about that. Take the fight to them. Uh-oh, look how Lizzie Warren reacted when Bill Maher called her Pocahontas to her face. Bill Maher. Not a huge fan of his, but he does have a way with words sometimes. Elizabeth Warren was not happy when Bill Maher called her Pocahontas. Lizzie definitely gave Bill the stink eye. Let's take a look.
Okay, so now we have another Republican president who just presented another tax plan, which is, I mean, I've seen Republican tax plans like this, but not quite as brazen, because this one doesn't even pretend. It's just about, wouldn't it be great if rich people didn't pay taxes?
Right.
But he's going to go to a rally in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania tomorrow and tell his fans all about this, about how his kids are not going to have to pay taxes because they got rid of the estate tax. And they're still with him. They're not with you. Explain to me what that disconnection is.
Actually, I'm going to push back. I disagree with you. When you
that was
His
awesome.
fans are not with you.
Hold on.
Come on.
When we
They
talk...
don't like you, Pocahontas.
Oh, God.
When you talk about what's really the basic pieces of a progressive agenda...
Oh, man. How do you beat that? He really gave it to her. They're not with you. And so true it is. We aren't even really with the Republican Party. We're with Trump. And a lot of people that voted for him from the Democratic side, it's not like they went from Democratic to Republic. No, that'd be insane. They went from Democrat to Trump. That was awesome. Shocking. You won't believe what city of Rome sends to Austria. The city of Rome sends trash to Austria via train because it can't properly dispose of it. From the BBC. Rome's rubbish is helping to power Austrian homes, and it gets to Austria by train. Rome has been struggling to cope with the rubbish crisis, and Austria has spare capacity at waste-to-energy plant near Vienna. So a deal has been struck. The Italians are paying Austrian company EVN to dispose of up to 70,000 tons of Roman household refuse this year. The waste is transported by train through northern Italy over the Alps and ends up at the EVN thermal waste utilization plant at Wendorf on the Danube. Excuse me for the pronunciation. Refuse train routes to Rome. Well, I like the idea. I'm guessing by incineration, you can get a lot of energy for incinerating stuff. The heat can be transferred to energy quite easily. Up to 3 trains a week arrive at the plant. Each carries airtight containers loaded with around 700 tons of Roman household waste. The refuse is incinerated, like I figured, and converted into hot flue gas, which generates steam. The steam is delivered to a neighboring power station, where it is converted into electricity, which is used to power 170,000 houses in the province of Lower Austria. Now that's what I call energy independent. Imagine the amount of trash in Western civilizations being incinerated for energy. I like the idea. Uh-oh, transgender weightlifter has done it again. The transgender weightlifter who once participated in the men's division of heavy lifting has once again shattered the women's weightlifting record. From Washington Times, a transgender weightlifter has shattered records in the International Women's Competition for the second time in 2 outings. Well, no surprise there, because it's a man. You're going to tell me that that is a woman? Give me a break. Laurel Hubbard, who previously competed in the sport as a man, set new high marks at the World Masters Games Auckland Saturday, snatching 131 kilograms and lifting 149 kilograms in the clean and jerk for a total of 280 kilograms, reported the New Zealand Herald. All 3 marks would have broken New Zealand records in the 90 kilogram plus women's division, which Miss Hubbard set last month in her debut in the Australian International in Melbourne, but are not claimable under the World's Masters Games conditions. The degeneracy of the West couldn't be more evident than to see things like this happening. Men think they're women, women think they're men, up is down, left is right. It's a sickness, a mind sickness within the Western Empire.